Hey, this is Wayward from GameReplays.org doing a commentary. I don't know, I forgot that word there for a second. On a recent 2v2 ladder match between Unikorn and myself against Fisherman 153 and Streex. Alright, as you see, it is Motor against Motor. Now, this won't be the most skilled game ever, however, it is a decent watch, I think. A little bit lengthy, unfortunately, hitting around 500k. Don't know if the new 1.04 speed changes affect that, but it is what it is. So you see all pretty much standard starts happening around the board, with the exception of this motor taking Golem instead of taking the third mill. But some people do like to do that, particularly against double FOL. I don't know why I do that against FOD. But anyway, see how that one plays out. See Golem harassing the peasants. Wow. You got orcs moving up. Second wave of peasants coming out from my base. Hoping to just get some damage done somewhere. I mean, at this stage, ruining either of their economies would be wonderful. See Mortars to spot his third mill. Peasants redirecting from the mill to fight those peasants. Having a little bit of issues here with making them actually attack the orcs, though. Right, there's the eyes down. See them fighting, most attacking Golem. That was retarded on my part. Wow. Don't really know what happened there. But see the other eye also goes down. The orcs easily kill the peasants. You see one eye moving towards the harassing soldiers. You see it is Morto's eye defensively. Now here comes the aggressive eye moving over. There's Gondor's heel. Gondor building his fourth farm, as well as Rohan. See the economies, two slaughterhouse to first slaughterhouse building, but you have the third mill factor, of course, and I don't believe he bought Golem yet, yeah. So you see the soldiers are trying to get level 2 off of the orcs because of eye. Of course, that happens very, very quickly. Mary looking to defend against the soldiers, which is now going to attack this mill. Also an instant level 2 if it goes down while eye is in play. See the defensive eye has gone away. He's sold the mill in time. There's another wave of my peasants, which Streex has just beaconed. And that second wave is taking down Gondor's farm. Appears that it'll go down. Always a helpful thing. Delays his stable, delays his horses once he gets his stable up. See Golem getting kind of shooed away from the laborers to go and attack these peasants. Barry finishing killing these soldiers. You see that Unicorn did get to rebuild his mill pretty much right away after the soldiers died. The beacon Streex calling for help. You see his stable is 50% up. Rohan's stable's at 20%. So considering 2 extra waves of peasants, that's pretty decent speed. You see Gondor's Hobbit has come forward. That would have paid off a lot to keep him defensive. You see that Mordor fed the Rohan peasants to get to level 2. Obviously level 2 infantry does quite significantly more damage than level 1. They have no issue taking down these orcs. Gondor's knights are on the way out, as well as Rohan's right here, which appear to be building at about the same rate at this point in time. Unicorn trying to save his mill. See Mary running over to try and get this hobbit out of here. Unicorn also has a full base at this point in time, as does Fisherman. So oftentimes Motor plus FOL equals risk to the mid, since there's often not the easy way to take down mid. As opposed to facing it in Isengard, of course, champ makes life a lot easier for taking it down. But you see he's got those orcs just kind of camped there, clearly waiting to buy it. Take a look at his cash at this point in time. He's at 1500. Streex signaling for the warg take, sending in his knights to go and do so. See the Rohirrim are also out and they're crossing paths, redirecting to defend. Used by Fisherman. And land used by Fisherman. Also used by Unikorn. He has power points of land, has not used it yet, has now used it. See the Rohirrim trying to kill these knights as they're being slowed by the trample deceleration. And sort of silly, Streex continues to trample, and he's letting his knights fight. They die. You could hear the back away at the last possible second, but just not able to get them out in time. So now you see Fisherman has bought mid. So of course Unikorn and myself are running all of our units at mid. Orcs in the Citadel with they take it down very, very quickly. We're here, I'm trying to keep these towers down to give Orcs more time to take that Citadel down. Of course, losing that mid right now would pretty much be devastating. Instant 2k loss plus money for towers. You see the knights are coming in, which should be able to defend it. With one tower just about up, another tower making its way well up. Citadel still at half health. I don't see any way of taking on mid here. Couple of one idle right here. Silly. Looks like mid will survive. And Theoden's just come out. That's also the Rohirrim building. You see, they haven't taken down the Rohirrim farm yet. Very silly decision. It's giving Rohirrim significantly more economy while cutting down Gondors really almost entirely, considering he doesn't have an outside farm at this point. You see the wall's going up to heal up these knights. As Fisherman attempts to creep the top troll layer using Imagine Towers at mid. Looking at Unicorn's money, he's got about 5,400 gold right now. Saving up for Witch King instead of just going for a Nazgul. See mid's being built up the rest of the way now. Rohirrim coming in at top troll. Getting beat up by the troll a little bit, but not significantly. See, I took the Warg layer on their side with Rohirrim and Theoden, while not giving the Warg layer to Theoden, but getting some shared experience anyway, and more importantly keeping it away from their Gondor. You see the pretty unlucky break of Mordor managing to get all of that money as well as the group kill, despite the Rohirrim being on the layer. However, Rohan is able to drag this troll back to these orcs. See Knight's trying to sneak in here to harass, but Rohirrim's sitting right there. They shouldn't be able to do anything at all, really. Knight's finally taking down this farm. Take a look at Gondor's power points. He's only got 1 point at this point in time. Although, it's pretty easy to make that up, considering that they're playing against a Mordor. I see Streex is asking for the other farm, considering his very low economy. He does not have any upgrades yet. Has 3 knights running around. See Eowyn's out for Rohan, anticipating the Nazgul out of mid, which the Fisherman does have money for at this point in time. You see Witch King is a quarter of the way out for Unicorn. Rohan units just hanging out over in this general area, waiting for the Witch King to make an attack on the mid. Of course, the bottom troll area is still there. And now would probably have been a good time to go and take that down with the Rohan units. See, this troll for some reason is still there. Don't know why that wasn't lured back to the base. You see he's going to jump on these knights here, which he'll either take to mid to his own base, probably his own for the Gandhi white power points. I see both Mordors are pretty far away from industry. Yeah, half a point for Fisherman and almost a full point for Unicorn. You see Gondor's taking on this troll layer with really no way to stop that. Witch King is out for Unicorn, as well as the troll cage going up. See the right here I'm going into mid with Witch King leadership, as well as Theoden leadership, and Eowyn standing by. You see enemy Witch King is almost halfway out. Third row here I'm showing up. Trying to get as much level here for Theoden, PowerPoints, anything really, just harassment. Trying to keep Mordor's econ down. At least by making him rebuild towers, keeping his check as much as possible. So you see, Witch King probably could be doing some damage to buildings here, so he's floating there rather than standing there. Now he's going after the Citadel, recognizing that the enemy Nazgul is probably about to be out. And there's the enemy Witch King, or rather Fisherman's Witch King, which immediately starts bashing Rohirrim. Never a very fun thing when that happens. Eowyn reacting to smite Witch King. See the troll cage being stopped. Looks like these Rohirrim will probably die, having only the banner carrier left, with enemy Witch King in pretty decent condition. So I recall that 3 Rohirrim went out. It looks like so far 3 of them will get back. So the banner carrier got out. There's just this battalion left, and you see the pretty good heal on Witch King there by Streex, which won't make too much of a difference. It may have saved Witch King. Looking at Eowyn's cooldown, it's a pretty long one on smite, of course. But you see, at least no Rohirrim were lost, and heavy armor was applied to them. Witchblade's not building yet. Mordor making combos as well as trolls. He's got a second one building. Fisherman rebuilding his troll cage at mid while using industry on only 3 of his furnaces. Pretty silly doing that because he has level 2 furnaces in his base. So realistically, if it's going to affect 3 of them anyway, I meant slaughterhouse of course. But if you're only going to affect 3 of them anyway, you may as well just use them in level 2 so you can get level 3 faster. Always good to have later. And I see Streex has his Hobbit cloak back here, so we did see the combos, so we know that Unikorn's built combos, has built trolls. Looks like Rohan wants to get aggressive again, and definitely is trying to keep Mordor down. Eowyn's met again on the Witch King, of course. While Theoden's being a bit suicidal. Poor micro there, just letting him get up that far. 2 of the Rohirrim going in, trying to do something. You see the siege work has gone up to counter those Mordor combos. Forge blades on the Rohirrim. Take a look what Gondor has. Still no shields. Still no blades. Still no appear to all, really. See, Theoden's almost down. Blades get healed. Eowyn's kind of standing there, hoping that Smite comes back, I guess. No other good reason. So, looking at the Rohirrim, there's 1. Second one just barely getting out. Third one may or may not survive. That's a level 5 too. That'll suck to lose that. But I don't see it managing to stay alive against. Oh, they're even clumping together. Yeah, it looks like they'll go down. And they do. But here comes the Unicorn switching to harass that Witch King. Smite going off again in just a second, it appears. See catapults making as well as trolls out of mid. So definitely a field control situation here by Fisherman and Streex. See Streex building another knight. I'm assuming that he lost 1. He's using 30 CP right now. I'm not sure how that would work out because that's 20 CP for knights. It's a little odd. So there's 1 knight in mid. Oh, okay, he has Gandhi out somewhere. Gandhi Grey. I'm not sure where he is. Probably in mid. Yup, there he is. So you see Streex has 2 knights. It looks like he has armor, no blades. And getting up the grey, relatively close to getting up the white, another quarter of a point. Fisherman having some just really catapult and troll spam going on with Witch King hanging around. See the orcs are bloodthirsting to get level and clear up some more CP, I'm sure. Alrighty, and now you see me and Unicorn going for an attack on mid. Got the Rohirrim going in, have 3 combos with a couple of trolls, Witch King, Theoden for leadership. No drummer yet though. Fourth troll not even building yet. I'm not sure what that's about. So look how many catapults that Mortar has. I don't see any, but he has definitely built some. So you see the him going right in after that catapult. Gandalf the Grey getting attacked by trolls. You see Fisherman's trolls just get butchered by the orc combos. Gandalf managing to get out since it's just a risky situation really to chasing after him too far. So the Wizard Blast going off, that just injured a bunch of units. Eowyn holding on to Smite. Looking for Witch King. And I see Gondor has gotten Gandalf the White. And Unikorn has finally picked up Industry. For some reason he hasn't bought this combo fire yet. I'm not sure why. So you see Fisherman and Streex have a Gandhi, a Witch King, one Troll, two Cav, and some Orcs just kind of hanging around. Looks like they're going to run. Looks like Streex is going to go in. See the Trolls coming in. See the combos going down. They have Witch King, Theoden, and Iron Leadership, and he's just going to get out of it. You see how fast that Gandhi's dropping. Take a look at the level of the combos. There's two level 3, one level 2. One level 2 runs running kind of low on health. And see a level 4 combo now. Just taking on that tower. Silly decision not to sell the rest of mid. There it is. Just to prevent those combos from leveling and giving Mortar even more power points. You see the Rohirrim are coming back in now. Theoden only level 1 still. And you see myself and Unicorn taking mid down, and then noticing just in time that there's a troll and an orc here just idle. You see Unicorn's Witch King. I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing. Fortune up, Gandhi doesn't have lightning sword. He must have dry fired it somewhere. Fortunately enough, that would have been an easy kill on a Witch King, certainly. So now Unicorn has mid, building up furnaces. Rondo's picked up shields, so he has fully upgraded knights now. Immediately starting to work on catapults to counter mortar combos, and I'm sure anticipating mortar catapults. Can't talk tonight, I don't really know why. So it's 7 o'clock too. Interesting. Is he just trying to harass with Theoden and Rohirrim? Hopefully leveling up Theoden, that'd be wonderful. But you see that Fisherman has picked up another Nazgul and is sending him in to try to harass the Cav. And just doing some decent damage. For some reason I'm running back towards my base and not towards mid. I really don't understand why I was doing that. Obviously the tower is at mid plus Eowyn equals dead Nazgul possibly. You see in the meantime, Streex is attacking mid with Gandhi and 2 knights. And now I finally realized I decided to turn around now that my Rohirrim is nearly dead. Awesome. I did get Aragorn, I bought Andril for him. Choosing that over land is a very kind of a coin toss decision there. Of course, I don't want them to be able to use land to cancel out leadership and maybe Wizard Blast and all that good stuff. But I also don't want Aragorn dying instantly to into Starry Light or Trolls or whatever else. So you see it's just Naz and Witch King harassment here. Got some archers building, going for fire for arrows. See, I got Eowyn going after the... I don't know if I tagged with the Naz or the Witch King or what. Okay, so tagged with the Naz, got that down pretty low. See the Knights and Gandhi coming in, trying to intercept them with the combos, with the leadership and all of that. Unicorn building catapults back at mid, while working on drummers. See one drummer's out and heading down there with another combo. Definitely looking to do something here to the, at least the Gondor Knights, trying to get some kind of power points back. But clearly nothing's going to happen there. See, I got Eowyn going after the... I don't know if I tagged with the Naz or the Witch King or what. Okay, so tagged with the Naz or the Witch King or what. See the Knights and Gandhi coming in, trying to intercept them with the combos, with the leadership and all of that. Unicorn building catapults back at mid, while working on drummers. See one drummer's out and heading down there with another combo. Definitely looking to do something here to the, at least the Gondor Knights, trying to get some kind of power points back. But clearly nothing's going to happen there. So you see, Fisherman has built up some of his own combos to counter Unicorns. Always good to have those, obviously, also for the Nazgul / Witch King / Trolls and all of that. He's going double cage. Clearly looking to get a rather large troll spam off. Yeah, see, they're really camping out the Mordor base now with the Gondor catapults and everything. Back at mid, we see Gondor going after one of the siege works. Got Rohirrim and Trolls going after the Gondor Knights. Siege works dropping very, very quickly, but Gondor being indecisive about it, I suppose. They do have a lot of leadership, so the Witch King's going in after Trolls now. And there's Streex' Gandhi deciding what he should do. Have Rohirrim attacking him. Of course, Rohirrim with a lot of leadership. Gandalf is dying very quickly. Does he have heal at this point? No, he does not. You see the Witch King chasing after Gandalf, but really no chance. He would have just run into a bunch of archers and 2 enemy flyers. I see back here a Gondor Knight just about to die. Level 9 Knight just went down. Very costly, of course. Now back down near Streex' base, you see the catapults deciding to make a dent in that wall. Witch King harassing the Gondor trebuchets. Gondor base being completely empty now. And Witch King letting himself get starred and attacked by the Naz. Poor Naz micro there by Unicorn. Now here come the Trolls. One volley went off from this Naz, brought him down about a third of his health. And I see the Mordor army coming in, assisted by some Gondor trebuchets. One Gondor wall segment nearly down. Statue going up. See, he's building his 4th trebuchet now. See, a pretty good sized Mordor army after the double troll cage thing. Always an imposing force. I see them moving in the Gondor trebs. And also sending in Gandalf and the Knights. Bad idea to send Gandhi out in the front though. Rohirrim going in after the trebuchets. So that one might, nope. I was gonna say might go down focus a shot off, which it did to catapults, but you see the Wizard Blast there just decimated a bunch of Rohirrim. Before the Amos Might did bring Gandhi down to having almost no health. Witch King going into harass trebuchets. Mordor catapults firing on Fisherman's army. The combos doing some damage. You see Witch King's probably going to go down here to Gandalf's lightning sword. Very unfortunate. A huge loss, really. Then you see this sending in a Nazgul to take out the Mordor catapults. Knights going in. Trolls countering. Aragorn kind of going up to Gandalf. So the combo's just butchering Gandalf. Now the Trolls going in. Of course, they'll die pretty quickly to the combos, but you see Streex' land going down. Poor idea to keep those combos that far away from the Gondor base so they can use land. Land countered again. I don't have land at this point in time, so you see Fisherman's Trolls just butchering whatever Unicorn has. Trying to get something done with Aragorn here to pick off some more Trolls. You see Fisherman's Darkness goes down. Aragorn's getting pretty well dominated. And things just looking very downhill here for us. Trying to run Aragorn back to mid with Andril. Should be able to outrun Trolls that have trees. This one Troll here could be an issue. See Witch King hesitant about going in since he'd knocked back a bunch of his own Trolls probably. But he finally goes down while backing off the Trolls. Have to use heal on Aragorn. You see Streex just taking advantage of that one fight by sending in Gandalf and Knights. Mid base pretty well empty at this point. I have Theoden and Aragorn sitting nearby. Trolls backing off due to the towers. Just had Eowyn die. Oh, yep, Eowyn died. If I remember correctly. Did snipe a Nazgul that was harassing my base. He was left standing in this area with almost no health left, so Eowyn sniped him. And I see Aragorn just getting brutally destroyed by those Knights with all that leadership. He really has no chance. This is a level 2 battalion of Knights. See Rohirrim just getting destroyed by Trolls. Ugly situation here. No doubt about that. absolutely at this point in time just threw this game away by fighting poorly near the Gondor base instead of getting in further where land couldn't affect us. See, mid just getting ripped down, really no chance of defending it at all. Both of our bases pretty much empty at this point in time. Aragorn bought back. Of course, it'll be a while for him to come out. Gandalf fought up to nearly level 8. You see the level to Troll. Yeah, at this point in time, mid's just lost. So you see they're successfully taking mid back and have a significantly stronger army, to say the least. Sent in yeomen to go to mid, not for any particular purpose. Forgot I sent them, and now it's pretty well just going to be free power points for them. Mordor, that is, and even more unfortunately, that free level for these combos, the level 5 one, they have 4 and then up 3. Gondor harassment on farms, selling them to prevent easy power points. After our Hiram archers out, I'm just trying to get something that might be able to defend at this point in time. Unicorn with 1 drummer, 1 combo, 1 archer, and 2 trolls. Witch King a quarter of the way left to come out. Oh, and Nazgul, which might die. Getting a little greedy against these knights with Witch King and a Gandalf in the vicinity. Sending out the RAs to go after Witch King, he's just going to fly away. And now they're building up mid to get essentially double catapult spam, 1 from Gondor, 1 from Mordor. The best idea here would probably be to just go in right after steamrolling mid, considering their army compared to our almost no units at all. But instead, they're opting to wait at mid for a little while, build up some catapults from Mordor, get some more knights from Gondor. Don't know, still waiting on here. See the Nazgul's rebuilding. Burhan army surrounding Gandalf, no Wizard Blast. Do get some damage on Gandalf, not nearly enough to even make a dent in his life though. Just keeping an eye on Mordor's army. He's starting to move around a little bit. Knights coming out again to buy this farm. Or maybe not to buy it. Yep, they bought that farm. A little bit more economy for Gondor. And here comes the Mordor army, they're starting to go into motion. Not sure why Streex peeking that land, maybe because he recognized that it wasn't their land and Mordor units were heading towards it, which would have been a great bottleneck point. Unikorn moving his army, but recognizing that Mordor's sending his army towards Unicorn's base, and of course losing your base to take out mid, at least in this situation, is not the greatest idea. So your hand's army hanging out near the Mordor base. Unicorn finally building a siege works out, and he waited so long on that. And also sending his army back to his base. Definitely seemingly one of those staring death in the eye kind of moments, considering how much they have, especially with this right here. Unicorn just letting his Nazgul float over that Mordor army and get completely decimated. Fortunately, Fisherman did use his eye prematurely, so there's a chance of fighting him without that leadership. which realistically against that army barely makes a difference. I mean, it's almost impossible to take everything down in time with what we have to work with. Catapults moving towards our army now. I wish people would just delete beacons when they use them. Streex rebuilding as well to prevent any kind of a base rush on himself. But really, those beacons just get so distracting and just make a headache eventually. So Streex and Fisherman both sending their armies after the units that we have. Got my here match just kind of hiding in the back considering their unbelievably low armor. Catapults targeting those mortar combos. Landing a good hit on that one, taking out nearly the entire combo, making that one essentially useless with 3 archer units left. Another good hit by the catapult. Can't afford another one of those really. Sending in the Rohirrim. See darkness used by both players. Just trying to do something with the Rohirrim. Level 5 one, really just two-sided it. Trolls rushing in. Witch King looks like he might be going in, sending in RAs, trying to pick up those trolls, as trolls can do more damage. Eating some shots from the catapults, nothing too major. Gandalf's lightning so from the distance, pretty well placed, just adding on a little more damage to those trolls. Fisherman's Nazgul going in to try to do something with the trolls. Aragorn fighting off the trolls. Looks like this Nazgul's just going to let himself die pretty easily. Wouldn't take very much at this point, but he might get away. Mortar archers on him. And he's safe. Gandalf going in. The Knights taking out the siege work, but Rohirrim getting on those as well as Witch King. Good call by Unikorn, recognizing they're only level 1 and using Streex. See Gandalf and the other Knights coming in also. The Wizard Blast didn't really kill anything with that. Aragorn immediately going after Gandalf. One Nazgul just went down, that was one of Unicorn's. Trying to save these RAs from dying to the combos, but it's taking some of those Naz unfortunately. Really just trying to defend this siege works as well as possible. Witch King taking a lot of damage also. Combos running right into the middle of Mordor base, not the best decision making there. Should just be standing back taking out all these buildings, but instead they're running into the middle of these towers, just kind of getting bottlenecked. Because that RA is going to die fairly easily. Aragorn in somewhat rough shape, pulling him back. But it's putting these combos into terrible position. See some Rohirrim just kind of hanging out there fighting. Trying to spam more Rohirrim, sending as many as I can to try to fight off these combos anyway. Attempting to maneuver some Rohirrim out, that was just bad micro right there. Should not have sent them in that direction. Lost that battalion, this battalion will probably die. But did manage to get away. Still a bunch of Mordor trolls and drummers around. In the meantime, Fisherman's combos has been running around chasing after whatever they can get near. Witch King killing off Gandalf. Come back to take out that troll now. Now Fisherman's mid, really just occupied by catapults. You see one more level 2 troll, as well as a couple of drummers and a level 7 combo with one archer unit left. Got Theoden fighting them. For some reason running away from them now. Did end up taking back my farms. See one drummer troll's running towards my base, I'm not entirely sure why, trying to rebuild an army here. Decent economy pretty much all game, enabling me to do so. You see Unicorn's base, which just looks like nothing even touched it for the most part. I see the ultimate's level 1, whatever. Looks like that drum is going to go down easily. Witch King targeting his level 10 knights, which are heading back to mid already. And yeah, as a result of this double troll cage, already seeing a lot of trolls back at mid as well as catapults. Gandalf rebuilding level 8, so it'll take a little while. trying to get right into mid before they can regroup anything at all. Of course, they've already got a decent amount of units at mid to defend with. Witch King swooping in, trying to take on some of these catapults. Retreating, giving the knights a very good chance to take down a drummer or two. Level 10 knights. There's Eye on the Verheim trying to kill off his Nazgul. Of course, that's dropping like flies. There's the Witch King's spear. On one, the other one dies. The one that got speared does look like he'll get away. Fortunately, the Troll Cage didn't go down, so drummer production won't be inhibited. Trying to reposition Verheim archers to be able to take on towers while moving around where the catapults are shooting from. Went after some catapults there with Verheim. Took out one, and then they got completely destroyed by everything. See Nazgul taking out another catapult. Just doing whatever we can here to keep Streex and Fisherman from massing an army together and being able to get back at us. Sending an arrow gun after the trolls. There's Blade Master, but you see Eye going down for the trolls, so I'm just going to run from that for a little while. Use Eye Rays to pick off whatever trolls come at me. Of course, the catapult makes that a whole lot harder to do. So instead of just opting to run, see the two trolls heading back to mid. Probably could have turned around and done some more damage to them, but didn't want to take any more damage off of that trebuchet. Have a quick look at the PowerPoints here. Unikorn's up to darkness plus 9.5. Fisherman's up to darkness plus 10. I'm at Endro plus 6 and some change. And his Streex already has Cloud Break. Which is... Actually, I just picked up 7 points for Cloud Break myself, so our PowerPoints are pretty much even. Just bought Cloud Break. So, FOL PowerPoints are even. FOD PowerPoints are about even, with about 1 point in between the two. Unikorn has his 3 Nazgul again. Not sure why I have Yeoman behind base, that's a little odd. And there's mid just getting spammed by trolls. Very annoying, of course. Still trying to harass mid with the Nazgul, trying to take us more catapults, and nearly loses one of those Nazgul to the towers. Something really unfortunate. Of course, the only disadvantage of their army right now is that they have nothing that's anti-air. It's all just trolls and catapults, so Nazgul Witch King can have an absolute field day away from mid. Although Mortar is starting to rebuild some archers. Of course, the drawback is that they'll be under level. And back out already. That cab's been standing there for a rather long time now. I'm up here, they're just kind of hanging out. So Unikorn might lose Nazgul to Fisherman's Witch King, but he does back off, seeing the RAs there. As both of us very good at Nazgul rebuilding at this time. And now doing a double siege work at mid. Just absolute unit production with double siege work and double troll cage. Very not fun, put it that way. Unicorn siege work well on the way back up. And the decision's been made here to try to push towards that Gondor base. Of course, at this time, the thought is that this wall segment is still down. So they go the Verheim out that way. You see Gondor Knights going after Mills, Gandhi sitting nearby. They're probably looking to bait a troll out that way. So definitely getting their attention here. One of the major thoughts behind this being the odds of us defending from another attack with all of that siege and trolls pretty narrow. likely not to happen. And probability-wise, this Gondo base goes down to these right here with massive leadership faster than that Moto base goes down to what they have. Just in case they decide to attack. Of course, the other thought being that once they move out to attack, after the army is mobilized, when it gets to this general area, it becomes very vulnerable to Nazgul and Witch King, considering it's almost all trolls and catapults. We hit the trolls taking on that wall segment. And here come the Verheeren. Some more trolls, and another wall segment to prevent Gondo from rebuilding it and locking my units inside. Smite going on Witch King at a very low health. Citadel down. Catapults moving in with trolls. Nazgul harassing them a little bit. Fisherman's Witch King just went down. And just trying to get something attacking every individual building. Every battalion can take down a building very quickly with the amount of leadership that they have. So taking this blacksmith early on, using my cloud break now. Actually, my Streex' cloud break. Let me both use cloud break at the same time. Yeah, basically. So trying to get this blacksmith down. Targeting Gandhi now with pretty much all of the IRAs while using the Verheeren to fight buildings. So Gandalf just got healed. Still on him with a couple of units. That blacksmith went down to these Verheeren, while the Citadel went on to everything else. So Gandalf taking on the Nazgul as he dies to Streex' base going down. So it's really just a race to the finish right there. See much of trolls just fighting sort of irrelevant at this point, as this is 2v1 now. The whole idea being just to take out the buildings that were on the outside portion of that Gondo base, so that we can be taking out the other buildings as their army is rushing in to try and kill us. Recognizing that there's just too many trolls to be able to fight comfortably. Might lose A1 like an idiot here. See Aragorn now to take out that troll, and A1 gets knocked back to almost no health while trying to use Smite. Let's see the Nazgul and the Witch King fighting. Two of some areas I evidently forgot about, getting killed by a troll. A1 went down. If I remember correctly, she was in the process of trying to throw the spear at that Nazgul as the Nazgul killed her. But just working and killing off this last troll, hoping to save Witch King from this Naz. Troll dies. Witch King should stop flying in. And of course, with that leadership, these were here marchers just kill that Nazgul in 2 shots. AMS Bear going to get him also. So Unikorn builds up that base. Very comfortable position now. So it's a Unikorn with 2 bases, Fisherman with 2 bases, myself with 1 base. Almost a guarantee win at this point in time, but then again it was also a sort of a guaranteed win when we were attacking at the Gondo base, and it was a guaranteed win for them when they were attacking at the Mordor base, so really no more assumptions at this point in time from us. Just hoping that we don't screw this up again. Fisherman is running some units around. So the Mordor base is going back up. Oh, not really back up, but up. Trying to find where my units are at this point in time. Nope, just on that base there. See, Theoden's gotten to level 4, so there's GC. Airmo's gotten to AMR leadership, both of which I think happened during the last fight. Likely enough during the fight that took Streex out of it, which was essentially the last fight. Catapults attacking the tower. Looks like Fisherman's finally running out of money at this point in time. Maybe not, he's almost 4k. However, he is running out of command points. Just looking to get some kind of a final attack together here on the new mortar base. Best move is probably to go after my base here. Especially while our major armies are on either side, but here's Glorious Charge. Of course, G-Seed, Hydra here, just able to run right over these combos without really letting them flinching. The Raheem Archers on the Trolls, pretty generally one-shot kills, as well as on the catapults. Theoden attacking some catapults over in that general area. You can see all of Fisherman's catapults have gone down. Retargeting for the Trolls, and just taking them down far too quickly for them to make any kind of a difference in this fight. Witch King moving in now. Aragorn fighting some Trolls. Theoden getting back to the Raheem Archers. Eye shifting to the Raheem Archers. Just absolutely nothing that Fisherman can do about this. So he's basically run out of units at this point in time, just less than Nazgul. Last couple of catapults. Just going down now. Looking at the PowerPoints. Unikorn at almost 14. Fisherman at almost 17. And myself at 7. Aragorn after that new catapult, Raheem Archers taking down the buildings. Back in his main base, Fisherman's making some more trolls, some more, not making any more combos, he does that one, which for some reason is going in with the drummer. Deciding to sell mid, realizing that there's no way that he can save that at this point in time, it's just feeding PowerPoints. I really don't get how somebody can play with these 3 beacons the entire game, just flashing at them on the minimap. This seems so distracting. I don't know. I have a hang up on that. I always have while watching replays. So I've got the mid base just in case Fisherman gets a Balrog off from the main base, just to ensure survival. About a point and a half away from AOD at this point in time. Unikorn is starting to spam catapults into his new base. One of the troll cages is being sold for a Streex. Yup. Still trying to hang in there. So Unikorn is starting to siege the mortar base, which he coming out to counter the catapults. Of course, level 10 right here matches nearby. This Glorious Charge, just going to go in there. Looking to get this thing done at this point pretty quickly after a fairly long game. Doesn't matter if it's claimed or not, using Cloud Break to freeze up these archers. I'm just running 2 RAs and a Raheem in there. Quickly taking out the archers so that way Unikorn can use his Nazgul and his Witch King to attack the trolls. And now frantically trying to get my units out of there. So the Raheem got out, the Raheem Archer got out. Hoping that my other Raheem Archer manages to get out, looks like they very well may. However, I did let Aemir die out here to a tower, and then I let Gorn die to trolls. Well played, I know. Just beautiful micro like that. Half of a point away from Army of the Dead in the meantime. See the catapults and the flyers doing their damage. In the meantime, I have my horses healing up back at well with Aemir and Aragorn rebuilding. So the Eowyn Spear and the Nazgul, just to get it down to half health so it's a harder time killing anything. In the meantime, attacking towers with Raheem and Theoden. Took down the Nazgul with Raheem Archers, getting Army of the Dead. It does appear that Unikorn was at Nazgul, but what's it matter at this point? So I'm going to bother going after him, because I'm either dead. Beautiful use of Balrog here by Fisherman, taking out nearly everything. Plus, again, it doesn't actually matter very much at this point in time. I'm in the dead, just going after various buildings in Fisherman's base. In the meantime, Unikorn's still about 4.5 points away from his Balrog. Bunch of units healing up back at mid. With the Witch King charging in. And of course he'll die a rather pitifully painful death to Raheem archers. Always enjoyable. Army of the Dead just fighting. Got one battalion fighting Balrog. Killing him pretty quickly too. You see, at this point, Fisherman's got one catapult, a Balrog at half timer, 2 towers, and 2 buildings. Pretty sure this one's over. I think at that point it's finally safe to say that the game has been won, and there is no way that Unikorn and myself can manage to mess this up. So, again, obviously it wasn't the most skilled game, a lot of mistakes on both sides, and really by all 4 players individually. And I don't feel like anybody played particularly well, considering how both teams threw away games that were almost impossible to lose at the given time. But at the end of the day, you see, myself and Unikorn did manage to make the second last mistake. Of course, the implication behind that being that Streex and Fisherman made the last mistake, and that's all that really matters, I suppose. So, I hope that the replay was a decent watch. I hope that my first game casting, I couldn't tell you how long really, except for one failed attempt at one a little while back where there was some technical difficulties. Wasn't too bad. And yeah, I will get another one out at some point before too long, hopefully. I'm looking through the 1v1 and 2v2 replay, the ladder game replays, as well as the replay section, and I do have a topic up in general discussion requesting that people post links to their replays. Both so I don't need to go through all of the replays to look for ones that may have good players or good matchups or whatever to try and find them, and also to prevent any sort of gems from being overlooked from less known players. So again, I hope you enjoyed the commentary overall, and that's about all I have for you today. So I hope everybody has a good day. Thank you for watching, and I will, well, you'll hear from me next time.